Yeah, no, that's true. You're Jewish, correct?
I am Jewish, correct.
Yeah.
For the
Do you
time
follow
being,
the
for the time being, I may switch over. Let's see.
okay. You follow the Torah?
Yes, I try to. Yes,
Do you follow is every Jew command is the Torah eternal to you?
Torah is eternal, correct.
Okay. Is the rulings inside of the Torah eternal?
They are so long as they apply.
Apply. What do you mean by this?
Well, there are a whole bunch of laws that are tied to a temple, so you can't do them if there's no temple. There's a whole bunch of laws that are tied to the land of Israel. If you're not in the land of Israel, you can't do them. There are a whole bunch of laws that apply only to women. If you're not a woman, can't do it. There's a whole bunch of laws that apply to priests. I'm not a priest, can't do it. There are laws that apply to the general public that priests can't do. So the ones that so they all are eternal. Obviously, you got to do the ones that you're able to.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to look at Moses' laws for the general state. Do you think that state law ought to be followed in Judaism?
State law like United States.
No, like state law, like in a Jewish state.
What's a Jewish state?
A Jewish state is a state governed by Jewish law.
Oh,
Is
so
it?
the assure, yeah. The hope is that the Torah is the constitution, that
Yeah.
there will be presence in the land in Israel, well, in Eretz Yisrael, which is the borders are slightly different, and I don't want to go into this whole nonsense about Greater Israel garbage. People have no idea what Greater Israel looks like. The
Hmm.
point is the boundaries that are in the land. So yes, it should be governed by the Torah. Correct. That's what hopefully it will be in the times of the Messiah. Shout
So
out
is
back
this
to Texas. How you doing, Sacco Marcelo? Anyway, go on.
is this now it's gonna be a now can a state be praised that does not follow the Torah?
Can a state be praised that does not follow the Torah?
Yes,
Why would you? I don't understand the question about praising a
yeah,
state.
it's gonna
You think,
show
I mean,
like
listen. You
not,
could you could laud a state like America's a great country. Religious freedom. It lets people practice whatever religion they want. I think that's great. You have that same thing in England, same thing in France,
so
and
I
some other
don't wait.
places.
Do you agree that the United States is a pagan nation?
Is it a pagan? It's well, no. Pagan, by the way, pagan's a very specific term. Pagan referred only to the ones that were around Rome and that area. Heathens only referred to those that really were around the Germanic places. You're talking about like idol worshippers. What do you mean by pagan?
Yeah. Your old rabbis considered the Christians of the time. If you want me to like bring it big screen, your rabbis considered the Christians to be pagans. Are they pagans? Yes or no? Or we could even use
No,
better
not
words.
pay. You mean idol worship? They considered Christians to be
They use those words
idol
in the
worship
English.
for under Judaism. Sure, I would agree. I'll tell you how because
Uh-huh.
it's not idol worship in the Ten Commandments sense of I'm sorry in the simple sense of bowing down to idols. But the Ten Commandments and also other parts of the Torah go a little further. They say you can't have any other gods besides me, which means even if the God is not an idol, even if the God is a spiritual being, you can't have it. You can't have a God that's different than God. You can't forsake God. So in that sense, when you believe that a God could have a child, and you believe that God could come in physical form in the world and show his face to everyone and contradict exactly what it says in the Torah about no one looking on his face and live,
Yeah.
and contradicting what it says I'm not a man, and yet saying then and you're saying that happened, and instead of invoking God's name, you constantly evoke this other name that was invented
Hmm.
after the temple was destroyed. So in the strict view of Judaism, that would be against the Torah. Yes, correct.
So can we praise those who strictly go against the Ten Commandments? Yes or no?
Yeah, of course, because there's
Okay.
there's there's
So if I
uh,
show your
there's
rabbis
there's large
saying you
teachings that
can't.
say that there's wisdom. I have a whole video on this. There's wisdom by by the by the general public. The righteous of the general nation. They have a much lower standard to get into afterlife reward. There definitely are what's called the righteous of the nations, et cetera, et cetera. America has
An
always
idol
been
worshiper is a righteous man.
again. Just because a person, listen, why not? Why can't a person who, just because he does one sin, so you say, it's a sin according to the Torah to wear wool and linen together, right? So you're saying a person who wears wool and linen together can't be a righteous person? A person who eats pork can't be a righteous person?
Yeah, the issue's gonna be, is that not only does your God forbid you from even taking them as friends or allies, but he insists that this is the worst of sins. Is idol worship the worst of sin? Yes or no, Rabbi?
Oh, first of all, you just said you're God, so you already differentiated. You think, which proves which corroborates what I always said, that it is a different God. So thank you very much for at least confirming that the Christians do indeed worship a different God than the God of the Torah. So I appreciate this distinction. So thank you very much for making that. We don't know. There is no rule in the Torah to know what is worse or not, except for how God presented it. So does God say that you should not bow down to idols, and if you bow down to idols, then there are severe penalties? Of course, yes, obviously. Why are you bringing it up? It's a no point. Bring up a point that maybe people don't know.
That's what I'm holding to.
No, you're not. You're spending 90 minutes beating around the bush. Bring up your point.
Wait, I'm trying to, but you're running away from it.
Running away?
Calm down. Is it going to be the same sin?
You tell me calm down one more time, I'm going to knock you off. That's it. You want to talk, you could talk. Don't attack me. Go ahead.
I'm not attacking you. All right. All I'm saying is, can a sin... Wait, give me... I just wanted to...
Good. While you're thinking, I'll tell you. So yes, a person can be a sinner and still be a good person. Yes, it's possible, because we judge a person as a whole, not as by any one specific failings the person has. Anyway, go on.
Can a person be Jewish and worship idols?
Can a person be Jewish and worship idols?
Yeah.
Yes. We don't revoke your Jewishness just because you worship idols.
Yeah. Okay. So you're in contrary with Moses and his law.
I'm not a contrary with Moses and his law.
Okay. What is the penalty for worshiping idols under your Sharia?
What is my Sharia, meaning my Torah?
Yeah. What is your law?
So you're Muslim. So then you agree that Muslims have a different God than Jews do. I'm glad that you confirmed that also. Great.
I think you claim to worship. Hold on. There's a difference here. I think you and the Christians say we follow the God of Abraham, and you do not. Because you just said an idol worshiper can still be righteous, even though your God denounces this. Your God literally wiped out your people. Hold on, wait. Not when your people were just committing sins. When you took idols and unalived prophets and unalived their kins, you were told not to. So how can...
1 second. Unaliving prophets is a bad thing?
What?
Unaliving prophets is a bad thing?
Yes, unaliving prophets is a bad thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah. So what's your point?
I mean, your rabbis did so, and they thought it was good. But we're going to the idea. I'm asking you:
first of all, no rabbi ever killed a prophet.
They didn't. Your Jews didn't go out and unalive the prophets.
You said rabbis. You said the rabbis agreed that prophets could be unalived. You know who unalived the prophet? It was the kings that when Jeremiah and when Isaiah were talking about how there's going to be a destruction and an end to your kingdom, so then yes, obviously they felt that was treason, and they were put. It wasn't rabbis. It wasn't a court ruling. It wasn't like he said, okay, bring Isaiah in. Let's have a court case and let's figure out what Isaiah did and let's see. And then all the rabbis came in. They said, well, let's look at the facts, and there we go. We rule that he's. That's not what happened. So don't twist things. I know you're allowed in Islam to lie about things, but don't twist things when you want to have a debate here. You want to be factual. What's your point about the idol worship? The fact that it says in the Torah that your soul gets cut off. So yes, if a person does it intentionally and he's brought up differently and he's surrounded by godly things and he understands that it's wrong and he goes ahead and worship idols, so it is possible that he will then not have any afterlife reward. Yes, I agree that's what it says in the Torah. But again, it doesn't mean that a person who's brought up in America, who's secular, who doesn't know any better, and for some reason worships Santa Claus or whatever it is, that person can't be a good person. Why can't that person be a good person?
I ask you again, what is the
You
law?
don't
if a
answer a
Jew-
single one of my questions.
Really?
What you?
What? I'm
One
telling
second.
you the difference.
One second.
I'm
Are
telling
you
you the
Orthodox?
difference.
Tell
I'm
me the
literally
truth.
going
Tell
to
me the
the
truth. Are you
I'm
Orthodox? Are
going
you?
by
Are
the
you
Jews.
Orthodox
I'm
Muslim?
going by your law. Stop
Tell me.
interrupting Moses.
Are you? Are you Orthodox
Stop
Muslim?
interrupting
Are you
Moses.
Orthodox Muslim?
Listen to your
Are you
prophets.
Orthodox
I'll be
Muslim?
Yahweh.
Answer
Listen
my
to your
question.
prophet.
Answer my question, or I'm going to kick you off. Are
And
you
the Jew
Orthodox
rejects his
Muslim?
prophet once again.
Are you Orthodox Muslim? 3 seconds. Answer my question.
Am I Orthodox Muslim?
Do
No.
you have another handle named Orthodox Muslim?
No, I'm not.
Because you sound exactly like him. I ask a question. Let's not answer. Let's instead bring something else. You still have not brought a verse. You haven't brought a statement or anything.
I'm trying to, but you keep interrupting me. Stop interrupting me. Is it?
This is my show. I will tell you what happens. You want to talk? Then say something.
About going to idols when you are a Jew. What should be done with them?
What should be done with if we have a if we have a bezdin, if we have a court, and a person's warned about worshiping idols, and then he worship idols? What does that have to do at all with Christianity or with Islam?
That's not what the text said.
Yes, it is.
Answer the question. Why are you so afraid of answering this single question?
I just answered it
in your book.
I just answered it.
Just reading. You didn't answer it. That's not an answer.
It is an answer. I'm asking you if a person worships idols in my book, not your book, which thank you very much for differentiating that. I appreciate that. That is true. Go ahead.
Okay. In your book, what should be done with Jews who go and worship other gods, according to Moses?
If it is witnessed, and if they were warned, are you saying, or if they do it in private?
Let's say they're not even warned. Show me in the text where they have to be warned. There's no warning given. If someone is to see his mother,
of course there is. We learned that through exegesis that every sin you have to every time that a court acts there has to be warnings, and there has to be witnesses.
Okay. Not witnesses. That's not what I said. Stop trying to sneak around it. I'm asking you, with no warning, if a Jew goes and worships Baal and doesn't even sacrifice any humans, just goes and worships it, what should I do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You have no power to do anything to that person.
We're going to go to Moses' law. All right?
You have no power to do anything.
But no,
you as an individual?
Allah. I asked you a question. Just tell us your Sharia. Just tell me what your book believes. Why are you so afraid of it?
I just answered you. I don't know how many times I can answer the same question.
Okay, what is to be done with a man who worships other idols when they are a Jew?
You as an individual comes across another person.
Okay, what should I do? There's a Jewish state and a Jewish king. What should I do?
A Jewish state with a Jewish king, and there's someone who's doing idols.
Yes.
And has it been witnessed? Has there been warnings?
It has been witnessed. I'm saying I'm the witness, yes.
One witness? No, there's no capital punishment on one witness. So maybe the rabbis would give the person lashes.
Show me Moses saying it.
Moses saying what?
That there needs to be more witnesses than one.
Okay, now you're opening a whole can of worms. Okay, there's like 16 verses you have to do exegesis from, but it's all over Deuteronomy that it says by one witness you should not be put to death. This is in smack right in the middle of Deuteronomy. It says only by 2 or 3 witnesses shall you put someone to death. It's an outright verse. I mean, you clearly know Deuteronomy so well. You know the verse I'm talking about.
I want everyone to watch. I'm going to put that on screen because look, Rabbi, wallahi, you're a liar. I'm going to show everyone why you don't even believe in this Torah.
Okay.
And why
you want to debate. You could debate. You start calling me names. I warned you already. Calling names is not going to be accepted. You want to call someone a liar? On my own, no, goodbye. And I know you're going to put it now. Go ahead. I know what you're doing. I know you screenshot this and you put it on and say I kicked you off after 20 minutes when you can't answer a single one of my questions. You're going around in circles with the same exact point. What does an idol worshiper do? How is it possible that a rabbi could say that an idol worshiper could be a good person? And on and on and on. And therefore what? Well, you can't. The problem with these Muslim debaters, they can't make a point. What was the whole point that you wanted to make? Just enough with the beating around the bush. Make your point and move on. Instead of no, it has to be like, what is your book? What does Sharia say? And what is that? And now, when I told him that you need witnesses, and I told him the verse in Deuteronomy, it says you only can put someone to death by witnesses, and maybe you'll get lashes. No, I'm a liar. And now he's going to show me my book. So, it's like, it's on. This is how, by the way, this is how they win arguments. They win arguments by beating around the bush and then cutting it in certain ways and saying, oh, well, even though I yelled and screamed at the rabbi and called him names, I still won the argument. You made no point. You haven't proven anything. You proved nothing. As a matter of fact, you turned me off even worse. I don't even like Islam more because of what you said. A debate should try to convince the other person, or at least anyone who's listening, that you have a point. You convinced everyone that you have no point.